I'm thinking that I want to start it on a new game, which is why I just booted this up. And hold on, just gonna update the ticker. We went from being Marissa to Nobeta. Because we're on our third playthrough to try to get that one last item. That's all I want. I just want to unlock that video. That's all we need. And then the only other thing to do is achievement hunt. Whoa, this thing is off center, isn't it? I just looked over at OBS. What's going on with that? What's going on there? What's... Hold up. Alt F? There we go. Oh, that's right. We're in the little bunny outfit. Yeah. Adorable. What outfit would you like her to wear, by the way? We can change this. We can be bunny. We can be bear Muppet. I don't remember saying Muppet before. Bear Muppet, swimsuit, sailor suit, maid, or the witch. Have I ever played Dungeon Defenders? No, I don't think so. The bear? Alright, whoops. Always forget you have to actually move the thing over to confirm. Bear. Oh, by the way, I'm maxed out, like, level-wise and whatnot. So that's why I'm destroying everything with a single touch. Despite it being, you know, New Game Plus. ×3. Old game, but good. I feel like it sounds familiar. Is it? It's not a tower defense game, right? Because it sounds more like a little... I don't know. It is a tower defense game. Okay. Third person hero tower defense. Oh, so like League. Because League is technically tower defense, isn't it? Sort of like, I mean, it's lane defense, but that's... What's the difference between like lane defense versus tower defense, really? Like, is there actually a substantial difference? No? Wait, is League... League is hero defense-y thing though, right? MOBA. Okay. Ow. Give me that item, please. I just want the item. Dungeon Defenders PvE. Okay. Is... Oh, right. League isn't, right? Towers defense. I miss that though. I used to play tower defense custom maps in StarCraft Brood War a lot. Like those were just good times to hang out and battle that. That and Starship Troopers. The custom defense map for Brood War for Starship Troopers was so good. One of my friends was actually asking me recently if I had StarCraft 2 still installed, which I don't, by the way, but it made me think about stuff. I still think, I don't think, I know, I still prefer StarCraft Brood War over StarCraft 2. Like, I don't know what it is, but Brood War is better to me. Build that, but with third character, you can also use defend. Gotcha. Neat. That's fun though. I haven't played any game like that in quite some time. What am I supposed to do with myself now that these are all maxed? I guess you could trade for things, but it's not like I need them. I suppose we just collect it for fun. I wonder if there's an achievement for having like a certain amount. Ouch. I could probably, you know, if I use fire, this would probably go slightly faster. Because this probably does more damage against people, generally speaking. Okay, pretend to leave, get it to go. I'm just gonna skip through the cutscenes because all I really want is that item, and I believe it is locked behind a boss fight. I don't know which boss fight. If it's Monica, then like we gotta rush for it. But there's also an achievement for defeating multiple enemies at once while in the air, which I think we'll get when we go down into the caverns, the mushroomy place. But yeah, what games are you all playing actually? I know Ying, you're playing Yakuza 5, though if you're playing other games I'm also curious. Just because like I've been saying that I want to play Scorn for the last like week or so, like since it came out. So I definitely still want to do that. But nothing in the Humble Bundle monthly like really stood out to me. Hi, cat. And then the only other game that's like coming to mind right now is Mind Scanners, which is a game from the same people who did Yes Your Grace. So I thought that might be interesting to see what else that studio made. There's also always, you know, playing Yakuza, but I'm currently kind of enjoying not having a like super long game in the rotation right now, because I feel like the last couple weeks I've had a decent chunk of variety. I say having played the Texorcist 4 out of 5 days this week, I think, or something like that. But you know, it has felt varietous. Ring Fit definitely breaks stuff up, I suppose. That, and I'm still thinking about the Tsundere video game idea from last night's stream. I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good way to learn Japanese. I think we're onto something. Okay, meteor life crystal. Isn't this really locked? Wait, why is this open? Oh no, it is locked because the door down there is. Alright, we're gonna go decimate the first boss. I'm just gonna use the lightning spell on him, call it a day. No items, right? No items, okay. What's up, dude? Give us Johnny want to play. I mean, not multiplayer, I suppose. I don't know. Cause I don't know. I don't know. Fun. Like, I can think of like a few, like Tunic looked really fun. Or at least it had a very interesting vibe, but also I feel like that game is probably going to take me a few weeks to get through. Because it seemed kind of longish. I didn't like spoil anything for myself as much as I could, but I did like tune in every now and then to someone streaming it. So. But I don't know, like, just what games are people playing? Because, like, some people on Twitter, like, I've seen a lot of people still playing Elden Ring, and I haven't played Elden Ring yet. Superland? What is Superland? There's always someone playing Code Vein, like, everywhere. Always. There's always someone playing Code Vein and using the character creator. Which isn't bad. But what is Superland? Maybe I should play like a classic game. Like hook up my Wii U again. And that's not an item, is it? No, that's a tip, right? Yeah, it's a tip. Superland is a nice like on puzzle RPG. Ooh, okay. Puzzle games are typically pretty fun. Actually, can I get 4 enemies together here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh fuck, I slowed everyone down by accident. It's fine, don't even worry about it. Oh, that counted! Yes! Achievement unlocked, true aerial expert. That's for killing 4 enemies at once while in the air. So I guess being on top of a rock and just not touching the ground counted. Good. But colorful and quirky sounds good. I enjoy some good quirks. Speaking of what year? What am I talking about? What day of the week does My Hero Academia come out? Does that come out tomorrow? The new episode? Because I'm looking forward to seeing more of that. Good old quirks. But yeah. I really wish that I hadn't seen like the Critical put out a YouTube video and its title was just like Scorn is disappointing, and I really wish I hadn't seen that. Because I feel like it's holding me slightly back from like grabbing it. Even though I know like some other streamers who I enjoy and whatnot, I think have been enjoying it. But I don't know, it sucks when something you're looking forward to like is not getting the best of reviews, it seems, and whatnot. Hope it's not too gory. Scorn? I know that there's a lot of meat. There's a lot of weird meat flesh creatures and such. But the reason the game was even on my radar in the first place was because it was similar to Blam. You know, blame with a question, with an exclamation mark, but the person for some reason decides that it's the French pronunciation, so it's Blam. But the mega structures and like humanity is nearly extinct because we accidentally AI'd ourselves and other things like that. I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? I mean, technically I'm not. I guess I should go down here anyway, just in case one of the barrels spawns the item. I'm pretty sure it's locked behind a boss, but I don't wanna miss it either though. But I don't think it's gory. There's just weird meat people. Like everything is organic. So there's like weird nonsense going on around that, basically. Because I don't like gore either. There we go. I still need to get that other joint. Realistic wounds and blood that can make you faint. Gotcha. I don't know what the wound system is like. Wait, does that mean you can't play Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater? Because like you get bitten in that game and other stuff, you have to like bandage your body if you like break a leg or those things. But I don't really remember. I don't think Snake's model really shows like anything too crazy. More just like a status screen that says you are broken here. Raise anatomy triggers it. So you don't watch House either then. Because I remember there's some meat in House, yeah. Great show. No item, right? No item, okay. But yeah, that was like the Resident Evil 2 remake, I couldn't play because of it. Like, I mean, like I could play it, I could just ignore it, but like, especially the part where like the dude's like face basically falls off, it's like, oh, this is gross. Why would I want to see that? Like when he's a zombie, so it's like, yeah, of course his face looks all messed up and whatnot, but still. So, I mean, my mom also faints at the sight of blood. So, it's all good. It only started when you were 24? Huh, that is weird. Did like you get into like an accident or something? Like some kind of trauma that started it all? Dun, dun. Music is so good. I think maybe I should listen to the Little Witch Nobeta soundtrack on Monday when I work. I like listening to video game soundtracks when I work. Today I was listening to Xenoblade Chronicles X. Fucking phenomenal soundtrack. Collecting trauma stamps are probably one of the... it's the relay race of life. You gotta collect all the stamps on your car so you can get through the gates. Hello. St. Paul, I would like to enter now, please. I'm sorry, you haven't finished the raffle. You will be reincarnated. I don't know why they're suddenly British. So that would be funny though. It's like, oh, the Christians and the Buddhists aren't exactly right, but they're not exactly wrong. You just get reincarnated if you haven't like collected enough stamps on your life card for like random crap you've had to live through. And until then, you just keep getting reincarnated. That'd be really funny, actually. God, those barrels are loud. Bum, bum. Oh, wait. Bonk, bonk, bonk. It's got little bear ears. Her, the staff. See? Got like little ears. Sorry, sometimes I just want to like shut up for a second and enjoy the music. I imagine you can all appreciate that. Okay, we're good. So, Tanya's next. I think it's tied to the boss. Yes, both. That was too early, I guess. Bonk. Alright, let me fight Tanya. Please and thank you. Though, like, knowing Tanya's backstory, it's like, it's so sad. Like her dad gave her the ribbon and everything, and she just likes ribbons. Because of her daddy. And her dad got fucked over by the church. Alright, let's go pop open this shortcut. Wink. So adorable. Nobeta's going for as a bear for Halloween. Oh, actually, what is everyone doing for Halloween? That's next week. We're good now, yeah. Because I'm likely going to be with my family, actually, because my mother's birthday is next week, so I'm gonna go visit. Excuse me. And then I have no idea what I'm gonna do. So, like, because I'm not gonna be anywhere near my computer, as far as I know, unfortunately. Yeah, sorry. Otherwise, I would stream, and do a maybe not Dr. Orpheus, but one of my friends was saying that, like, with my current haircut and whatnot, that that I should just be Doctor Strange. It's easy, I suppose. Let's just mess her up. It's fine. Go as a divorce lawyer? What? Wow, that was a poorly timed dodge, wasn't it? I feel bad. Just suit up and bring divorce papers. What? Speaking of, like, shitty lawyers, have you all seen the spectacle that is that asshole who like drove an SUV through he drove an SUV through a parade and like killed a bunch of people or something, and he's defending himself as his own like defense attorney, and like he seems to think that he's winning or something because of like the smug faces that he keeps making and other stuff. Is like, like the state he's in apparently doesn't have the death penalty, so he's not gonna get that. But one can hope that he gets life, considering how much of a dick he's being about this stuff. Like, I feel like he's doing that on purpose, the pushing buttons and those things, because he like wants to get a mistrial, and like the judge is doing her best to like not have that happen. So like she has to entertain all the stupid shit that he does as much as he can. But like, the dude is fucked. Like, he like keeps like making this face of like he like keeps doing this thing with his like whole head and like putting up like he's some kind of like he's an ace attorney. And it's like, what are you doing? And like, he also like keeps referring to himself in third person. And so I like saw some people kind of like speculating that like he's going for like a sovereign person defense, which is like not a thing. That's not a thing, despite what like whatever TikTok meme tells you it is. It's not. Like, there's no such thing. So it's like, man, I'm looking forward to his like face dropping in misery when he like gets to the end of this horrible farce and gets told that's like, yeah, you're going to prison for like 50 years. Have fun. Especially because like, you know, he's not gonna have a good time there. Like people in there's stories about what happened to people who like mess with certain things in prison, as far as like how they're treated by their cellmates and whatnot. And like, considering that he drove an SUV through a parade of like children and other like old people and just people having a nice time doing a parade or whatever, like, I have a feeling that his cellmates are not going to look too kindly on such a thing. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't seem likely that no one's going to take that at like no one's going to take that on the chin, you know? But speaking of objection though, that gives me an idea, because maybe I have been meaning to play the Ace Attorney games for a long time. Maybe I should play the Ace Attorney games. They're always pretty cheap on Steam, like the 3-pack that exists. And that could be fun, because I haven't seen them, so I don't know any story beats at all. So I feel like I'd be going in pretty blind and like unspoilered. So I feel like that could be a good stream. Because I don't even know, like, besides yelling objection all the time, like it's not quite like a click and point or point and click, wow, adventure type thing, right? But you have to like learn, you gotta like figure out clues and evidence or something, right? Ow. So that could be fun. I could do that next week. Because that's like, that wouldn't be too bad. Like I said, I'm gonna go visit my parents next week, so I won't be around on Thursday or Friday, most likely, and I'll probably be back on Monday. But Wednesday night, I don't really know what my plan is yet, because Wednesday night my brother's coming up to, he'll stay overnight with me, and then we'll drive back the next morning. But I have Japanese class on Wednesday night, so I don't know if I'm gonna like tell my sensei. It's like, oh, well, I guess it wouldn't be Raishu now, it'd be Konshu. It's like, oh, Konshu no klasu ikimasen. Like, tell her that I'm not gonna be able to come because my brother's gonna be here, or something. Because I'm gonna assume that my brother doesn't want to like sit awkwardly in the background playing a game while I sit with a headset on and like sit through an hour and a half of Japanese class, you know? Maybe he does, I don't know. Oh, come on, get up there. There's no real reason for me to do this besides just trying to get that achievement about opening all the chests, which I still haven't popped for some... Oh god. There we go. Or use stream, we can spam emotion sound. Stream it? What? Stream my Japanese class? Well, I'm not gonna do that. That has other people in it who have, like... That wouldn't make sense. I would stream, like, a game, like, with my brother, though. Like that I could do. Oh, goodness. Sit him on your PC and let him play Celeste while we destroy. That would be interesting. While I'm in Japanese class, somehow. Actually, I could join my Japanese class from like my work computer or something, but it'd be fun. He's really good at first-person shooters, actually. Like, I think all the first-person shooter talent went to him in the family, because I'm like not very good. You've seen me play Call of Duty before and like other battle royales, I think, in the past. But he is much better at that. He plays a lot of Battlefield, and he's really good at Titanfall. Like the like super highly mobile type games and whatnot. Like he's good at those. I feel like I'm missing something. There's something I can do, right? Yeah, we can jump down there. There we go. Thank you, thank you. But no, that could be fun. I mean, I'm all for having him play a game and have some nonsense happen. I don't think I'd want to subject him to like Crow Control and Celeste, considering that he's never really played Celeste. But another game could be fun. We could play that. What was the name of that fun game that I played with people before? The like the Zelda sort of looking one that was like 4 people co-op. It wasn't Ruin Seeker, but it was something like that. Or maybe it was Ruin Seeker. Oh no, it was Tassos. Ruins of Tassos was the game that had that, which I could play with him if we wanted to do a golf game. Give him Battlefield, let us spend channel playing some press W for 2 seconds. Oh, my friend, I have a friend who does that, by the way. The like modify the gameplay stuff while he plays Tarkov. I should have hosted him last night because I tuned into his stream a little bit. He went live like a little bit after, or a little bit before I left, before I signed off last night. Because he does stuff like that if you want to. That's it. Do you have a link to that tool? Which tool? Sorry. The answer is probably yes, but which tool? Sorry. My brain doesn't keep up with what I'm actually saying half the time. I'm looking for a tool that overrides and changes the inputs based on channel rewards. Oh. I don't know. I didn't realize that there was actually like an integration that actually enforced whatever like people were doing. I always thought it was like streamers honor that you weren't like pressing W or things like that. My friend might actually. He's actually in the Tempo Discord though. Said friend, the Dr. MF Tran. Doug. Oh, is that his name of the streamer? There's an app called Lear on Board. Oh, neat. I like his name, Doug. It's a good name. Links your Twitch to transcription change. Huh, that's cool. So I mean, it's remote execution. Alright, I want to see, can we make this jump? If we get, like, high enough. You do Genshin Abyss, other people waste your burst or switch your characters around. That sounds really difficult. He's pretty gay. Oh, well. Again, I like his name. The Doug. Oh, poor thing. There's I don't remember the name of the streamer. The guy I was just talking about, my friend, who plays Tarkov. He likes watching this other guy who does really silly things when he plays Tarkov. Like he pretends to be a reporter, reporting on all things like Tarkov or whatever, and he doesn't like use guns. He's like, you can't shoot me. I'm a journalist. You can't shoot me. And then like he gets people to like play along with him and whatnot. Pestily. Yes, that sounds right. That sounds right. That sounds like the right guy. He has like good YouTube highlight videos that my friend was showing me before. Member of the press, shooting me is a war crime. Yes, that is it. Now we're here. So good vibes from that guy. Creative and fun. How long has it been? So thinking about people messing with your Genshin Abyss runs and whatnot. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen you stream Genshin. Again. Eek. No one would watch? What? You don't think Nemus would watch you go and destroy people? Especially if you like got that that integration figured out. No. Oh, that's sad. Look at this fucking Goku Ultra Instinct right here. Look at that. I didn't even have to like spell absorb because I was so fast. Sorry, little doll. I'll miss you. I like those ones. I think they're nice looking. It just seems all of yours asking how to code X, Y, Z. I mean, but you have a spreadsheet you can just direct them to, right? I get that. I can understand not wanting to stream something where it's just stuff like that, or worse, like people trying to tell you how to play the game. That is my least favorite thing. This is like, hey, you're gonna play. It's like, hey, you're playing this game. Great, I love this game. Let me now tell you everything you should do. And it's like, but I'm playing the game, not you. You know. All right, I'm gonna eat a piece of chocolate while we watch Fubuki wiggle her ears at us. Oh wait, we're not there yet, right? Sorry. I always think that this is the bit with Fubuki. But not yet. This is just the cat getting mad at us. That could have ended poorly. Hi. Bye. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird because like there's like, whoops. There's a line, right, between help being someone and answering questions and those kind of things, and like just straight up telling people like how to play a game and what to do when like they don't need it. A fair holy crystal. I'll take that along. Oh look, he just evaporated. Whee! Because like on the one hand, like you can appreciate being told like really good advice, but you never actually. Trollmeister, you don't. You don't backseat game. You answer my questions when I ask you things about Final Fantasy XIV. That's all. All good. Oh, there's some people who have backseated before, like the Mother series. The Mother series has some backseat gamers in its community. But again, like, it's like one of those things where it's like you still end up appreciating the advice that you get because it does help and like make things more manageable. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know, would it be better to just to suffer it like everyone else did the first time, as opposed to knowing what's up? The answer is probably yes, it would be. But also, like, to take Yakuza 4 and those things, and like the decisions to like equip Tanimura with certain items so you don't get completely screwed by guns and other things. It's like that's a little bit backseaty, right? But also it's like super helpful and avoids a lot of annoying frustration. Okay, where are you, Monica? So it's like, you know, it's hard to know when something is gonna be like something that's like, you know, really good advice that like everyone should probably do just to make their life easier versus other things. Because I mean, like, okay, so like Mother specifically, Mother 1, the Earthbound series, or well, it's the Mother series, but Earthbound is what it was called over here, right? But Mother 1, I think you should play it without the like fancy mode thing. Like, people remaster it, right? And like add in a bunch of stuff and those things to like reduce the repetition of the battles and those kind of things and whatnot. And I don't think you should use that version. Or like the version that replaces a bunch of sprites for like a HD version, but then it messes up the puzzle in the desert where you have to find a specific cactus. Like, I can appreciate people wanting to like reduce the amount of grindage that is in that game because it does have a good amount of grind, but also like reducing the encounter rate is not a good idea because then you're under leveled later on in life and you have a bad time later on when you wouldn't if you just play it regularly. So, but that's my opinion, and I think there's a lot of people who disagree with it, and that's okay. But I still think they're wrong. Have I played Deltarune? You mean Undertale? No, I haven't. Deltarune and Undertale are the same thing, right? Or am I wrong about that? Because I have thought about playing that, though I am also... They're not the same. Oh. Why do I think they're the same thing? They're related, though, right? Deltarune is a new game. Oh. I did not realize that. I thought that Deltarune was just like another name for Undertale. I remember like seeing people be very excited about it. Same universe. Oh, that's probably why I'm confused. Gotcha. Actually, earlier this week I added Undertale to my wishlist on Steam because I was like, I should probably play this at some point. It's an anagram. Oh. So it is. Look at that. I didn't even realize. But yeah, it's kind of funny. The reason why I was thinking about like, oh, I should play that. Wait a minute, is there an item down there? No. Is because I watched a flute cover of some of the music in it. And I was like, oh, that's really nice music. I should play this game because it has nice music in it, it seems. Wait a minute, I just went backwards. Whoops. But yeah, the only thing about Undertale that I know is that like that apparently if you don't play the pacifist version, like if you don't go pacifist, then you're a terrible person or something. Or you like won't get the real ending or some crap like that. And I wish I didn't know that, because from what I can tell, everyone always says that like that's part of the experience of like doing it wrong the first time. So it's like, I feel like it's spoiled for me in the same way that'd be like if someone told you, it's like, hey, Doki Doki Literature Club is not a nice, cute game. It is something else. Like, it ruins it, and it doesn't make it as fun for people to play. Like, you want someone to get horribly traumatized. So, disagree for some reasons. On Undertale or Doki Doki. I think Doki Doki should be played blind with no, like, with no idea what's coming to you. As long as you're like person who's not going to get horribly traumatized by some things, but well, I tend to know about passives are not being different. Gotcha. I mean, I don't know. I haven't played the game, so I just know that it feels very spoilery to me to like be aware of that. The content doesn't change that much. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Oh, it's just one of those big games that I like think about. It's like I probably should play this just to have done it, you know? A lot of text. I mean, I play World of Horror, that's a lot of text. Nah, I get that. I mean, there's been some RPGs on this channel that we've gone through that have certainly taken their fair share of time, so I can appreciate avoiding some text sometimes. I mean, that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. Like the past few weeks and whatnot has been like, although I guess playing the text assist maybe is not avoiding text, but it's avoiding story at the very least. So, good night, Trollmeister. Sleep well. Hope everything goes okay with your WoW guild and all that stuff around that. Oh hey, how's it going, Boko? Ooh. Happy Friday, or is it Saturday now? I don't have a clock in front of me. Not quite Saturday. Okay, good to know. But I'm doing all right. I beat the Text Assist earlier today, so I beat a video game, which is good, and then played some Touhou to get some more bullet hell out of my system, and right now I'm kind of burning through Little Witch Nobeta on my third playthrough of it to try to collect the last item that I need to unlock a unlockable video in the menu that I want to see. You need to get into Touhou. I was playing Touhou 16, which is fairly approachable as far as Touhous go. 8 and 10 are both really good to get into, like, to start. Like, they have a decent learning curve for them. You know, like, they're difficult enough, but not, like, painfully so. Just make sure you play on easy mode just to start with. Otherwise, you're probably not gonna have fun. Unless you're really good at bullet hell, in which case, do whatever you want, right? But do you need a deal to... There's a wiki. The Touhou wiki, I think, has instructions on how to patch all the games and where to download them and those kind of things. And Touhou 16 is on Steam, but the Japanese version, like, you have to patch it still. So, but from what I remember when I installed it and everything like that, there's like a community Touhou patcher that like will patch any and all of the games basically. You just need to point it to the right location and it does it. So it's fairly easy once you get going for it. Bonk. Not like someone else was angry. But no, Touhou's really fun. Really good music. Here we go. Here she is. Now I can take a bite of chocolate. I'm out of liquids. I love the look on this cat's face. Not to this shit again, is what that face says. Alright, there's an achievement that I want to get with this fight, by the way, where you beat the bear without actually killing it, because Monica's fire attack also damages the bear, so you can use that to like kill it basically, and you get an achievement for not killing it yourself. The hard part will be making sure I can get it low enough. Okay, how much damage do I do to you? Okay amount. Oh, right, I'm fast. Alright, how bad is it? Not bad at all. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we'll spam it to get low, and then let Monica destroy him. It really is absurd how, like, how much lightning magic trivializes some of these fights once you have it at level 3, I think it was. Level 3, okay. Now I think I need to stop and just work on getting him low. Ouch. Okay. I don't know how much Monica's attack actually damages them, so let's see. Oh, there we go. Did it. Achievement unlocked, keep your hands clean. Ta-da! I never realized that her attack actually damages the bear, though, because I was never standing close enough to it to have it happen during, like, normal gameplay sessions. So, cool for the achievement letting you know that you can do that, basically. And then she get big. Alright, time for a fun boss fight. How many lightnings does it take? Oh wait, that's not a thing. Touhou Patch Center. Yes! Yes, I believe that's the name of it. I was literally using it earlier today. Like it was updating Touhou 16 with a couple of small translation updates. Shoot, I wish I hadn't done that. Yeah, just got my face rocked right there. Super fast. But yeah, recommend Touhou 8 or 10. I think 10 is slightly, oh whoops. I think 10 is slightly more approachable, generally speaking. I think 10 is Mountain of Faith, I think is the subtitle for it. I think. Oh wait, that's 6. But I had a lot of fun playing 8, and I think 8 was my first. And then like 6 and 5 are a bit harder. So, MOF, yeah, Mountain of Faith. Sorry, Monica. She's so sad. You beat her up. Oh, I forgot to roll. Look how cute she is. He's having so much fun. Sorry, buddy. Had to put you down. Okay, she should drop the item we need. That's what's supposed to happen. Okay, item, please. Item? Item? God damn it. Really? But item. I'm not blind, right? Like it's not here. I need item 36. Item 36. Oh, Witch Nobeta. Because I tried to look it up and like there is a randomness aspect to it, but someone had that like listed on a Steam guide or whatever, and they said that Monica drops 3 different items, one of them being this one, and I have all the other ones, so I would assume that she'd drop it for me. Wait a minute. Obun Shrine Secret Passage, 9 items. Near the 4th chest. Really? Obun Shrine? Okay, I think we're about to head back there actually. So this might still work out. Hi cat, bye cat. Actually, I suppose I probably have to talk to it, right? Hi. Okay. Okay, cool. Huh. This is gonna be good though, because if I can get that last item, we can just watch that lovely little animated comic bit as the final bit tonight, and then I'll have accomplished like 2 game defeats today. Where'd the cat go? Oh, there he is. Ran off. Okay, cat goes that way because he's going to the dark tunnel. So we're gonna go this way because we want to go to the secret passage. Underground hall. Okay. But yeah, I don't know what that guide means by the 4th chest, but we'll see. We had to actually find the secret passage first, which isn't that secret, but it's fine. I think it's this one. Nope, Central Hall. Okay. Yoink. Okay, so now that's collapsed down there, and then we should be able to go this way now, and I think this is where the secret passage is. I think. I just don't know what it means by the 4th chest is the main issue I have there. hi lag. How you doing? Wow. That's fun. You're getting some cool frame rates going on, I can tell. So am I. So we're suffering this together, by the way. At the very least, I can offer you that. Ooh, yes! Got it. Alright, we're good. We just need to find a goddess statue to save. Where's the nearest goddess statue? Okay. Cool. Wow, he didn't die to the lightning. I guess he is red, so. Red and full of evil. Evil! I wonder if the game just doesn't expect you to, like, live through some of this stuff sometimes. Because the game is, like, it's chugging away a little bit for some reason. I don't know why. It normally doesn't. I don't think I have anything like crazy going on in the background on my computer. Ow. Did they just like tornado their own dude somehow? That was interesting looking. Ah. Alright. Oh, it's you. Okay, do I have to fight the boss before I get to go to a goddess statue? No, right? There's a goddess statue around here. Right there? No. We are almost there. I think there's a goddess statue at the very top of the stairs. Actually, if I do... There we go, now everyone's slow. And I am fast. Here's the goddess statue. Destroyed. Awesome. Exit? Oh wait, sorry, that's not that kind of exit. My bad. Return to title screen. Alright, here we go. The moment we've all been waiting for. Or at least the moment I've been waiting for. I assume all of you have been waiting for it too. But it's time to watch the last extra chapter. Monica's. We haven't seen Monica's backstory yet, so now we get to see it. So here we go. Let me get rid of myself. Even narrated by Fubuki.
私は人間に憧れている。私たちの部族が住む集落は人間の国と距離が近いため、行き来する行商人によって賑やかな貿易拠点となった。
モニカちゃん、いいものいっぱい持ってきたよ。ゆっくり選んでね。焦らなくていいよ。
Aw, look how cute she is. Ooh, dolls.
不思議な商品、緻密な細工、 マちゃん、クマクマ。すごい。私たちが売った毛皮がこんなに綺麗なものになるなんて。
人間の市場ならこのようなものがたくさんありますよ。
人間の住むところ行ってみたいな。でもお小遣いが
いいんだよ、モニカちゃんにあげよう。
本当にいいの？
私たち人間の商品は素晴らしいだろう。
ありがとう、ヘンリー。大
Aw.
好きだよ。
モニカちゃん、お父さんにはぜひよろしく伝えてね。
一回だけでいいから人間の街で生活してみたいな。きっと夢のようなキラキラした毎日になるんだろうな。ぴょこ、ただいま。
おお、モニカお嬢さん。
お父さん、見て。ヘンリーからもらったよ。かわいいでしょ。にしし。
狩猟のご機嫌取りなんじゃないですかね。
違うよ。ぺー。
ところで貿易量が毎年増えております。
我らの集落の場所がたまたま良かったからな。商人たちがいろんな商売を持ってきた。
いい装備もたくさん購入できましたし、これで他の部族も私たちには簡単に挑んでこれないでしょう。
しかし人間の宗教というものは不思議だな。
I really hope Vanessa doesn't show up and kill everyone.
それに人間たちは想像よりもずっと団結しています。我ら各氏族はあなたのような首領がおりますが、部族連合の氏族長は5年以上空席です。結局部族間に信頼がないということでしょう。でも人間は教会の導きでまるで鉄板のようです。人間はブラッドオークを殲滅した後、さらに勢力を拡大しています。
おじさん、ブラッドオークって何？
ブラッドオークは凶暴な種族。一日中何もせず捕らえた奴隷を働かせます。
そうだ。しかも北の大陸でいくつかのドワーフの要塞を陥落させ、強固な武器を手に入れた。そして各氏族の脅威となった。だがブラッドオークは50年前の戦争で人間に滅ぼされた。とはいえその後人間がドワーフに北の大陸を返却したとは聞いていない。むしろその逆で遺跡を利用し人間たちの新たな都市を起こしたという。
ドワーフ、かわいそう。
そうですね。私も生きているドワーフはしばらく見たことがありません。
人間によりブラッドオークは滅びた。かつて偉大な影響力を持っていたハイエルフ、彼らも今や人間たちに頭が上がらない。
奴らはエルフとダークエルフのいざこざだけで手一杯ですし。
Yeah, them and their damn breast competitions.
過ぎ去った。今の奴らはただの耳が長い老人だ。
少子化問題もある。旅の中で資料を見たんですが、人間はああ見えて過去数百
Whoa, whoa,
年
hey, subtitles, what are you
人
doing?
から迫害を受けておりました。奴隷や食料として。それも教会が現れるまでの話ですが、とにかく現在に比べると過去はひどいもんだったそうです。
人間は今最も影響力のある種族だ。この前その力を示すために 大掛かりを宣言したと聞く。
オーガは荒っぽい種族ですが、進んで縄張りを荒らさなければ被害はありません。まさかあの人間が積極的に討伐に行くなんて。我々は人間に対する評価をもっと慎重に改めるべきかもしれません。
しかし今我々は人間との貿易が必要不可欠になっている。他の種族は皆我らの貿易権を虎視眈々と狙っているからな。
でもいつか人間と揉め事が起きたら。
それは心配ない。我々には幻獣神の加護がある。幻獣神様と彼女の使徒はきっと我らを他の種族より守ってくださる。むしろ我々は人間たちの習慣をより深く知る必要があるだろう。
You gonna send your daughter to a human settlement
人
for
間は
that?
好きだよな。
Man, I hope she doesn't get bullied.
お父さんはね、次に人間の町に行くとき、私も連れて行ってくれるんだって。いいなぁ、僕も行きたい。まあまあ、私がみんなの分まで町を見てきてあげるから。帰ったら旅のことを教えてあげるね。約束だよ。お土産が欲しい。次の月、行商人たちが集落に来る日。
And the music's so relaxing too.
今回の行商人たちは知らない人が多かった。
皆さんご覧の通り、ここが辺境の貿易拠点だ。後で彼らは商品を持ってきますからね。
彼らの目は何かを企んでいた。これは罠だった。
メスとガキを残せ。オスは皆殺しだ。
Damn it. Censored.
終了。大変だ。人間が攻めてきた。あいつらは。
Oh, harpies.
人間ども、私の同胞から離れろ。
Apparently doesn't need an axe. Oops. Is this the other hero that like we haven't really learned much about yet? Because there are like 3 heroes. Like Vanessa was one, and then Tanya's dad was one. Is this one of the other ones? Broken doll. That's the password for the zip file.
Little Witch Nobeta.
Okay. I just gotta, while it's still in my in my brain. Where is it? Monica. Here it is. 7-zip. Extract. Broken doll. So, for anyone who doesn't know what I'm up to, all the censorship and whatnot, the Steam forum, or not forums, the Steam updates for the game include a post with mega links to these episodes that are uncensored, but they're locked behind a password, so you need to actually unlock them in the game to get said password, and then you get the uncensored version, so you can actually watch it and enjoy it. Excuse me. But there we go. All the unlockables. Alright, let's watch my favorite one now. This one. I just like this one.
見たわね。この人形たち全部あなたが壊したの？違うわよ。この部屋の Wi-Fi が弱くて入った人形が動けなくなっちゃったの。ここ Wi-Fi あるの？
I love that one. It's so good. Alright, anyway. Cool. So I'm good. I got all my video. Got all the video, beaten the game 2 times. I think the only thing that I actually have to do... Hold on, let me look real quick. Yeah, there's 3 achievements left for me. One is the one that's broken, the Melee Master one, which is still stuck at 282 out of 300. And then there's Treasure Master, which is open all treasure chests in 1 round of the game, which I feel like I must have actually done, but maybe that one's broken, I don't know, or I just missed some really obscure chest. And then the other one I believe is for beating the game on advanced mode, which I didn't get because you can't change your difficulty anymore, and I went from advanced to standard when I was getting used to the game again and whatnot after I started my save file from the early access, so missed out on that. But that's okay. I'm gonna wait for the developer to no longer have the coronavirus and to fix some of these bugs around the achievements not working or the melee stuff not tracking and everything else. But either way, I'm good for the night though. We've been going for like 3.5 hours or so, and we've beaten 2 games tonight basically. I mean, I guess we've already beaten Nobeta before, but like I got the last item, so it's good. But yeah, so I will see you all next week. I feel there's a very strong possibility that that Ace Attorney is like it feels like there's a good chance of it. I think of me picking that up and playing it starting next week. So maybe look forward to that. But yeah, I hope you all have a good rest of your weekend, and I'll catch you all later. I want to be smart this time. Yesterday night, after I logged off, I realized that, you know, one of my friends was streaming, so I feel like I should move people over there. There's someone I know who's currently playing some retro games, so I'm just gonna send anyone who would like to over there, and then I'm gonna fall asleep is my exciting plan. So, invalid username, really? Oh, I missed an S. Okay, I gotta actually open her and get past the fucking 50 ads that they're probably gonna put in front of me from actually seeing. You know there? Yep, there it is. There's a 30-second ad. Cool. Everyone loading up? Because I can't see what's actually there yet. I hate that so much. While we wait though, let me give you your meme for the day. Where are you, meme? Have I shown you the brain damage one? This is good. Good brain damage meme. Alright. Take it easy, everyone.
Yeah.